So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Kixkeya Global Village. I'm with Prince Seka here.
The Prince of the Gambia.
All right. So we're also live on your channel as well.
Yeah.
So maybe you can introduce your people.
Hello viewers, it's Prince here. Welcome to another new video. I'm here with Kixkeya Global Village. You guys can show him some love. Support his YouTube channel at Kixkeya. Subscribe there. Tell him that Prince Seka sends me here. Yeah.
Definitely, all of you, Prince Seka family here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for your support. You can go to Kixkeya, as he already said, Kixkeya Global Village. There you'll be able to find the channel. So right now we are actually doing a double recording. So I'm recording for my channel, and Prince Seka's going live here tonight. So matter of fact, Prince is actually the overall host because he's hosting me in the Gambia.
Guys, the thing is, can you like tell them what happened?
Yeah.
Like, how do we get to know each other?
Yeah.
Till you are here in the Gambia. Just summarize.
Yeah, summarize it. Yeah. So, you know, I was actually planning to come to Africa overall, the continent of Africa.
Motherland.
Yeah, the motherland. Yeah. So I had like a host of countries lined up, and of course Gambia was one of them. When I was doing my research, I wanted to come to Gambia in alignment with, like I said, various countries, among which was East Africa as well as West Africa. So the two countries in West Africa that I was mostly interested in was Gambia and Senegal. And there are some other countries as well, but these were like the main ones.
Okay.
So then when I was doing my research on the Gambia, then your channel came up, and then I was like, okay, yeah, he seemed like a cool cat, you know what I mean? Prince seemed like a cool cat, you know, let me go ahead and reach out. So once again, I reached out, and then the rest was history. That was like 2023, like towards the end of 2023. Yeah, we spent at least a good couple months.
Yeah.
Even 3 months, I think. At least two to 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
You think so? Oh,
2 to 3 months.
2 to 3 months, I think. Yeah. So we were just chatting, and then eventually.
I'm seeing somebody in the live. Just give the live a like. Yeah.
Definitely, you'll like the live stream. So yeah, so we were just chatting, you know, chopping it up, you know, and you were giving me the different pointers within the Gambia. But even our conversation was even greater than just coming to Gambia. We just developed like a connection, a friendship, which was even more than just, oh, let me come and visit your country. It was like, okay, cool, you know, when I come, even if I'm in Senegal, I'm still gonna come through. And so when I first came to Senegal, I was in Dakar, and then eventually I made my way to the Smiling Coast.
Yeah.
And listen, I ain't stopped smiling ever since I've been here. Definitely. So that's the background of how we actually got together.
All right.
And so, of course, for people who don't know, from my channel, you know, Prince do videos in relation to the Gambia as far as showing the different constructions, the roads, the developments within Gambia. And so so I was able to see some of the background going on, and so that's how we're able to link up. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So just a quick brief of it, how we met and how things go.
Definitely.
So guys, the purpose of the video is sharing my experience. I went to Dakar like few days ago.
Right.
Few days ago, I was in Dakar, so we are here to share my experience.
Definitely. And the principle is the fact that I was in Dakar, and then you went to Dakar, so we both have experience being in Dakar, and also I have experience being in the Gambia, which is of course where you're from as well. So first and foremost, how was your experience there, being in Dakar? Just the environment, you know, what were you expecting, and what did you receive there?
All right, so the thing is like, it's like, that's my first time traveling outside of the Gambia.
Okay. So, shout out. Listen, it's always a first. It's always a first, for sure.
So that's my first time traveling outside of the Gambia. So I see different things. I experience different things.
Uh-huh.
So I even think that Senegal and the Gambia are the same. They
Yeah.
are like the same people, the same cultures, but I see like some little bit difference.
Okay.
Of our cultures are not like that so much the same.
Okay.
It's like some different things there.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
So talk about the differences, because of course me coming from the US, of course I'm gonna share some of that, but give some like clarity as to, because some people may say okay it's different, but how exactly is different from Gambia?
Yeah, the thing is like, in case like our way of transportation
Okay.
is different.
Yeah, definitely.
It's different because in Senegal, like most of their public vehicles, like their public bus, have a number.
Right.
So each number has a destination that it goes to.
Mm-hmm.
So here in the Gambia, we don't have that.
Exactly.
So here in the Gambia, we don't have that, and then, bro, these people.
Listen. When I first came to Gambia, that was the first thing I told you. I said, hey man, the transportation in Gambia is very different than how it is in Dakar.
Yeah.
And mind you, some people may say, well, how are you comparing Gambia, but you only saying Dakar? Because Gambia, the land mass is not big.
No.
So Dakar is already like a huge.
Yeah.
It's a huge city.
Yeah, even the
Yeah,
population
the
of Dakar alone is more than the population of the Gambia.
The Gambia.
Yeah.
So you can think of Gambia as an entire city, even though it's an actual country.
Yeah.
And so some people may say, well, you cannot compare, but that's why you, instead of saying Banjul, or instead of saying Senegambia or Serekunda, we're just saying Gambia in general.
Gambia in general.
Of course. But yeah, continue.
So the thing is, the way of our transportation and the way of how people move, like people are in a rush. Here in the Gambia, people are more calm than in Dakar, Senegal.
Definitely.
People are in a hurry. People are just in a hurry just to run their errands. But
Exactly.
here, people are much more slower. They are
Of course.
much more calmer here than in Dakar, Senegal. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And if I was to make a comparison between Dakar and Gambia, I would compare it, like in the US, I would compare it between, let's say, Dakar would be like New York City, and then Gambia would be like Charlotte, North Carolina. Because for people living in the US that knows the landscape of Charlotte, it's still a city, there's still movements, but when you compare New York to Charlotte, New York is it's like a faster pace than it is in Charlotte. So Charlotte is more like very slow, but at the same time there's movement. There's still a lot of things happening. There's still the hustle, but the hustle is not to the degree, let's say, of a New York. It's a slower paced life, and so it's like even a little bit more rural than New York. Yeah. So that's how I would compare it. So when you were there, so how was like the food compared to, let's say, the food in Gambia?
Yeah, the food is amazing, and then the thing is, we share like the same culture, but it's somehow different. The way they prepare their food and the way the Gambians prepare their food is like, it's the same, but the flavors are not the same.
I got you.
The flavors, like when a Gambian prepare a Gambian meal here,
okay,
and then when a Senegalese prepare a typical Senegalese prepare a Senegalese meal, and then the food are not the same.
Okay.
Yeah, they are not the same.
I mean, you sound a little disappointed. Were you disappointed at the flavor of Senegalese food or what?
Bro, the thing is, I'm not used to the flavor. I'm used to the Gambian flavor. You get it? So that's my first time traveling outside.
Yeah.
But I know that, like, for example, there is this called this meal called domoda.
Domoda, okay.
The way they prepare domoda and us is the same, but the flavor, like the taste it gives, is different.
Okay.
But they all call it like domoda, mafe.
Right.
You get it?
Definitely.
So yeah.
I got you. Because even when you were on WhatsApp, I saw you were saying you in Dakar, but you missed the Gambian food.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the thing, it's like.
Yeah. I miss the Gambian food, especially ebe. In Dakar, they don't have ebe.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
ebe is a snack here in the Gambia.
Right.
Yeah, so I like ebe a lot.
You know the thing is, ebe to me is the most popular food in Gambia.
Yeah, the most popular snack in the Gambia.
Listen, ebe, you can find ebe from sunrise all the way to midnight.
Yeah,
you can find ebe. You see? I mean, yassa, not so much.
No.
It's more like a home cooked meal.
Yeah,
but ebe is the... So for people to understand, because some people may be watching this, a lot of people from America may be watching this, they're like, well, how can you compare? So think of ebe as, for example, it's like a burger or something, like McDonald's but it's more healthier. So I'm only making the comparison so you can understand the popularity of it. But I would say ebe is even more healthier than those foods.
Yeah.
You can find it. But even for me, when I first came into the Gambia, you see how much of a struggle it was for me to eat the local foods.
Yeah. I was even like, bro, just try.
Just try. But you see what I'm saying now. Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, the Gambian flavor, it took me a while to get used to it.
Yeah.
But now, you know, I've eaten a few things. I've even tried ebe. I've eaten yassa. I've eaten like a few other things, like this rice with benachin. I've had benachin. You know, so I mean, I've had quite a bit of the traditional Gambian foods. Yeah, definitely, but it takes a while. That's the thing. But you know, that's the beauty of it though, because even though it's similar culture, Gambia and Senegal similar culture, but when you go there, it's a different flavor. And that's the beauty, you know, within traveling itself. You know, it allows you to open up to something different. You know, where your mind, like, you cannot be closed-minded. Like, if you're a traveler, if you have to actually immerse yourself in the culture to actually experience it. You know, in a deeper way. You know, so that's good.
Yeah, it's a good experience though. I learned a lot of things. I experienced a lot of things that I don't even experience in the Gambia.